Oh,
Now recording right now.
he's recording, all right.
He is now recording.
Can
Wait,
we
Holy
start?
shit!
Wait, can you start the episode by saying salad?
No, this joke doesn't make sense here.
Yes, it
What if I
does.
told you?
I don't know
Forest
how you
ham
What if I
and
told you?
cheddar. Black Forest ham and cheddar, my man.
Go, Nick.
Nick, go.
I'm waiting for you guys to shut the fuck up.
You had one shot. One shot.
How about you stop
To
talking?
make this
Maybe
podcast happen.
that would go great if you would have stopped talking.
Okay.
Are we done?
Oh.
Yeah, we're done.
Are you?
Nick,
Nah.
this is just more shit I have to listen to and cut out. So can we just go?
It depends on how much you're actually gonna cut out and not leave in.
This is true.
Nick, can you
This is
just
true.
start already? Gosh.
We start at my pace here.
Oh
You-
fuck.
Hi guys, welcome to the We Get It podcast.
Hey.
It's your usual 4 plus Gage again,
Hey.
Yo,
and
good.
What's
yeah, I think
good?
at this point we got the general formula
Nick.
down. So sure,
Hi, Nick.
just not some fucking AA meeting. All right,
This is dumb.
let's cool it off here.
Hey, we were going to talk about
What?
What,
We're
yeah,
gonna talk
what
about
are we
what?
talking about?
Invincible.
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 Yeah, we're a bit
Invincible.
Oh,
we're a little
we're going
late.
to talk about.
Just a smidgen late. More like
If the show
3
is
months
called
late.
Invincible, then why can I see it?
Oh man, that joke only gets funnier every time I hear it.
I have no idea what the hell.
So okay, how do we just go down the line?
What
Um,
line?
like the Discord line, starting with Jennifer. Like, did
Jennifer.
you like it? Did you
Oh,
like it?
I loved it. I had a real fun time with that show.
Oh, that's
Made me
cool.
kind of mad how you were just going like, fuck this show. What about this
wait,
show
wait,
and this
stop,
show?
save
And
it for the podcast. Whoa, wait.
This
Don't
is
worry.
the podcast.
Shit.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
for anybody wondering, we do that
I'm not
unironically.
giving too much away. I'm just
Yeah.
admitting that Cameron's opinion is kind of hurt me a bit because I really
Look,
do love this show.
it's
We're
I
going to
don't
get
watch
there.
many
Okay, wait,
comic.
we're going to get there. Hold on.
I don't watch many. I don't watch many shows like this, so this one stuck out to me and made me very happy. I like the art style. Definitely like the ending of season 1. That was pretty cool.
Mm.
The
All right.
soundtrack they played, that was pretty awesome. Sorry, I didn't exactly think too much before we started this.
Hey,
about
You're fine. You're fine.
Gage, what did you think about Invincible?
Like, you thought my opinion.
I did not like it. Did not care for it.
Oh, why didn't you care for it?
A
Can we
differing
not? What is
opinion?
that?
What is this,
So-
Twitter?
The fake reactions. Jesus.
So
I prefer us be at
gassed.
least a little genuine here.
Okay,
maybe.
okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
What the-
Gage,
Nick, what the
why
fuck?
didn't you
This
like
is
it?
genuine though.
No, we're not a fucking sitcom.
Okay, so
Can I get
Just-
a canned
I'm-
latte?
Shut up.
I'm so just not into the plot of it. It's like I hate the whole story. That's my gripe. I hate it. I just
Damn.
absolutely hate it.
The entire thing, everything about it.
I didn't
Why?
care for the love triangle with Amber and Eve. I thought it.
That's fair.
I didn't like
Totally
the
fair.
whole. I didn't care for any of like the fucking fight scenes that happen in the show because like I didn't care about Mark. I don't care about Omni-Man. I just don't care. Nothing drew me to these characters in a way that I wanted to care about them. The best part
Alright.
of the show I had was watching Mark get the shit kicked out of him by
Oh
Battle
my
Beast.
Jesus Christ.
By specifically by Battle Beast, because Battle Beast just shows up, kicks the shit out of everyone, and then says "peace, bitches," and then just leaves.
You're
Okay,
weak.
That was pretty badass.
That was
I
pretty
ain't gonna lie.
cool.
That was pretty badass.
Battle Beast is really fucking funny to me because he just shows up, kicks everyone's ass, and is like, "All right, I'm out."
You guys are fucking weak as hell. Bye.
Okay.
I'd be
Zeke?
wasting myself killing y'all. Peace.
I
I hope we
really
see him
liked the
again.
show. I liked it a lot. I won't lie. For
Right.
that, the main two comic book shows I've seen were like Young Justice and fucking Teen Titans, of course.
Mhm.
Nothing
Yeah,
else.
right? That's all I've watched. The fact that Cameron was just laying it thick about what he likes more. It was like,
Look.
I don't know. I have no opinion. Do I agree? Do I disagree? I don't
It's
know.
not
Cameron,
my.
you got
It's not my
you got
turn yet.
super gatekeepy.
Look, it's not my turn yet.
It's not your
So-
turn. In fact,
Sorry.
it's Nick's turn.
Sorry,
I'm gonna
audience.
stay
I know
silent.
whoever's listening is probably very confused because we're speaking out of turn, very meta here. But like, let's go down to Cameron actually.
No,
No,
it's Nick's
Nick.
turn.
It's Nick's turn.
Oh yeah, Nick
Yeah.
has a turn.
Yeah,
I'm
then we get to
here.
go to Cameron, who's going to yell at all of us for liking the show, for having an opinion.
This is wild.
Fuck you, Cameron. I hate you, Cameron. You're a bitch.
Jesus Christ.
Zeke, I mean not Zeke, but fucking Nick. Did you like the show?
Yes, I did. I've stated before we have differing opinions on this, but I did like this show quite a lot actually. And
Mhm.
unlike Jennifer and Zeke, I have seen a lot of comic based shows like they're all fucking escaping me now. But I have seen Young
Boys?
Justice. I have seen it, but it's not really. Well, I guess it is
Justice
comparable.
League, Justice League Unlimited, Teen
Justice
Titans.
League- Teen Titans, especially Batman the Animated Series. I saw a bit of Superman's one.
Batman Beyond.
Yeah, I've seen all of these. I've seen
all
Yeah.
great shows, by the way.
a
Mhm.
shit ton of these. I still really like the show. Like
Yeah.
I can understand when people say like some of the animation got fucked. It was
Oh,
weird.
for sure.
And I understand people's gripes with why they didn't like it. But I had a good time with it. I thought it was a fun it was a fun show. I'll say that much. But yeah, they also didn't like cover a whole lot of ground. So
I mean, the violence was entertaining, at least.
yeah, like it was an
I actually
entertaining,
didn't like the
fun
fight
show.
scenes, though.
Honestly, I thought that was a bit much.
What, the
Yeah, but
violence?
like,
No,
was,
just the
times.
gratuitous blood mostly.
Yes.
I thought that was fun.
that was about like the part
Sure.
that I thought. That was just the part that I thought was the most entertaining, I guess.
I mean,
All right.
everybody's got
All
their likes
right,
and
let's
dislikes.
move on to Cameron. Cameron,
If I
what
may
did you
finally
think, you
get a
fucking
chance-
asshole? Fuck
If
you.
I may finally get a chance to defend
No.
myself here.
Defend yourself.
How about
I
you
did-
explain yourself and then try and defend it later?
First of all, I do like the show. I did like Invincible. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun time. However, I do think it is a show that is very flawed.
Yes.
Okay? The animation at times was fucking abysmal. For a show with this, like, on a mainstream streaming service, with that all-star of a cast behind it, for the animation to look that shitty as it did was inexcusable. You're telling me you could afford Mark Hamill, J.K. Simmons, Steven Yeun, and like Sandra Oh, like all of these people, but you can't afford to not have your background characters be CG? Come on, dog. Come on. What is this? It's bullshit. Is what it is.
If I may add in this here, I have no issue with the CG, and this is coming from somebody who really adores animation. I don't give two shits about the background characters being CG. It wasn't that noticeable from my perspective at all. And their work is just as expensive as, say, 2D animation. So I don't think this was a matter of budget cuts.
I think it was a matter of cutting corners. And I think if they would have spent more time and like care in what the show looked like instead of what it sounded like.
I think that being your whole reason for not liking the show is a bit fucking ridiculous.
he has
saying,
more
look,
reasons,
I'm
I'd
not
imagine.
like I do have more reasons. Number one, like
all right, let's get out of the animation part.
Yeah, no, that number one is the animation. Number two, the voice cast didn't need to be that
This I will agree
but
with.
I'm glad it did. I'm glad it was, to be honest. Everybody kicked ass in that show. Everybody came to fucking play. I'm not saying that Mark Hamill shouldn't have been in the show. but I'm not saying that either.
You didn't
Like,
have
It's
to. It's cool that you did.
basically like you're thinking to yourself, wow, you guys really like shelled out Mark Hamill money. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not mad that you did, but like,
Can you afford this?
yeah, it's more
clearly-
like,
you
damn, this
clearly-
could have went elsewhere.
you clearly min-maxed this, right? Like you went
Yeah.
all out on the voice cast, but you cut back on the animation budget. Which
The
shouldn't
animation
ha-
on-
which by the way shouldn't have been the case because this is an Amazon Prime original. This is
they got
Amazon,
Amazon money.
the company of, the world's current trillionaire.
Yeah, they have
My
Jeff
point
Bezos money.
exactly. Also, the gratuitous violence, while clearly what the show was just kind of going for, like it was just, it got to a point where it was like, it was past what it was trying to do, which was like, oh man, this is really fucked up, and it just became, this is just fucking ridiculous. Like the scene where like everybody talks about, like the train scene with him and his dad in the final fight, like the scene right before that was so great. Like it was Mark trying to save the people in the building, and the
Oh,
building
yeah.
just, he's trying to save that like family, and like the building falls and he's just holding a hand, and it's like, oh my god, like it's horrible, like it's horrifying. It hits. And then they do the train thing, and I don't feel anything except and I'm like, this is ridiculous.
You get to a certain point, you watch enough human deaths that you just stop caring.
Right? It's the Mortal Kombat effect, It's just I've seen so much like just blood and guts that I feel nothing. This isn't even gross anymore. It's just all right.
Well, I don't think that scene was supposed to be shocking to the viewer because of all the people that were dying. It was supposed to be shocking because he's putting his son through a traumatic event in order to push him to his side.
But
He's
he
trying to
already
break-
did.
Okay, but like,
you already accomplished that with the building.
But he didn't, though,
Yeah,
because he was
but
still
more.
fighting it.
What do you mean, but more? You
I-
don't
I-
need the more. You
I-
accomplished it.
I don't
No,
know that
I
Omni-Man
think
is
the building
really
scene
trying
was
to
more
get.
about us, and I think the train scene was more about him trying to break his son.
I
Because
don't
before
think
that was an accident.
I
Second,
don't
that
think
was
Omni-Man is really trying to get Mark on his side at that point. I think he's more just beating
He
the
was the
shit out of
entire
Mark.
time.
I think he was more just beating the shit out of Mark for being disobedient, like an abusive dad would.
I think it was
I think
both.
that was the end when he's like saying "think, Mark." That's more him just
When he was
trying to
straight up
take
just
it to him.
punching Mark.
I think it's just the whole show, if I'm being honest.
Well, if
And
I'm
okay, hang on. While we're talking about and like going back to animation, sorry, I just remembered this point I had. Like, I remember watching the show and just thinking, "Damn, where is this animation budget?" And then the last 2 episodes happened, and I was like, "Oh, here it is."
What?
oh yeah,
Okay, it all went
in my
here.
mind. I was like, man, this whole show has been pretty good so far. Then I was like on episode 4 or something, and the in between cuts where they're just regular people doing everyday shit. It's like, oh man, why does Debbie look like this? Why is she so off looking? And then like I think it was the scene where he goes up against Machine Head. And that's when I realized, oh, that's where the budget went. So the budget sort of cuts to where they're like, oh man, we only got so much money for this show. And we're going to spend it all
Omni-Man
on the
got
super
hit.
good, awesome fight scenes. And it was super good and awesome.
The second Omni-Man got hit with that like giant space laser, I was like, "Oh, okay. So this is what you got. Okay, all right. So I just needed to wait until like the big fight scene. All right, cool."
Mhm.
Which like, I know it seems like I'm shitting on the show. I did enjoy it. Like I really did enjoy the show. Like, it was
I know you did.
like it's like Spider-Man, but he can fly. He's flying Spider-Man, basically, is what I got from Invincible. Like,
Where are the webs?
but he doesn't have webs. He can fly. Why would he need webs?
How is he Spider-Man?
Shut up.
Because
Shut up.
it's the coming of age superhero.
There's a lot of those though, so we could make that like
Yeah, but
do
it's
that
the
thing.
Spider-Man formula. Spider-Man arguably did it first and better than everyone else.
I think
Which
most,
time?
We're gonna get a lot of angry comments because of
in
that.
general, I
statement.
think.
I think Cameron's going to get the angry comments.
Fuck him.
All right.
I'm
Cameron
gonna
is
have
over
you look
party.
at every single one and go, think, Cameron. What would have happened if you hadn't said that?
Hashtag Cameron is over party.
Cameron is over party.
Cancel Cameron. This is bullshit.
You've been
For
canceled.
Invincible, and for those listening, what Jennifer was referencing was a tweet that I was looking at before this that said Daredevil and Invincible were the greatest comic book shows ever made, which is simply not true. I don't think me mentioning the fact that like clearly there are better shows than Invincible, clearly there are better comic book shows than Invincible. Like, doesn't mean I hate it. Like I'm taking, but like I'm taking Young
Cameron,
Justice,
I have a
Teen
question.
Titans,
Can
The
I-
Boys.
Hold on. Let me ask this question first. Cameron, would you take Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles over Invincible?
Any day.
Okay, go on, Gage.
I just wanted to go on a small side tangent here about Invincible, but
Mhm.
I after watching bits and pieces of The Boys, I haven't seen the entirety of The Boys, but I've seen a couple episodes, and now having seen Invincible, I'm kind of buying into the conspiracy theory that Jeff Bezos is just funding all of these shows because he is a real life Lex Luthor and he wants the public to hate Superman figures.
I don't get this.
Huh.
I don't even want to call it an obsession, but it's like in the past 10 years, it just feels like we've gotten a lot of like, what if Superman was like evil or like sad?
Yeah.
You know?
I really
Well, the
Like-
thing is
I really
though, a lot of
couldn't
these comics
care
have been
less.
around for a while. It's just
Like
to finally
yeah,
actually-
like it's, but like also, can we get regular Superman though? Like 'cause he's cool too.
I feel we haven't gotten a proper
like-
Good Boy Superman show.
We haven't gotten
just,
a proper good boy Superman since the cartoon.
I'm just like I'm buying into the conspiracy the more I've seen Amazon's recent superhero content.
Or just honestly, I'd just say superhero content in general. It's so hard to pull off like a proper like I'm just a good boy who wants to do good things like superhero, because like it seems as though all the public wants to see is like okay, but I want to see your morals get dragged through the dirt. I want to
But
see
Hey,
you.
I want this to be angsty.
Yeah,
Cameron,
what-
have you seen the
Angst.
picture of Jeff Bezos in his mech suit?
what
He's
the
a
fuck?
mech suit now.
He does have a mech suit.
Yucky. Now I have to put this in the video. God damn.
Hey,
What I'm trying.
Did
Listen,
you know
What
that
listen,
Elon
fuck?
Musk
listen.
and
Look
Jeff
at the
Bezos
look
are
at the
gonna take
Lex
over the
Luthor
world?
parallels here. God damn it!
Holy shit!
There are a
Holy
lot of
shit,
those.
that's horrifying.
I mean, he is bold.
And he's
That-
the
that's
world's
step one.
and he's
Step
and
one.
he's the world's richest man. And he's obsessed with fucking mech suits and going to space and shit.
Gage,
He
no,
keeps funding.
this is horrifying.
He keeps
This man's gonna
funding.
take over the world and
He
have
keeps
bad
funding
catchphrases.
media that portrays Superman-esque figures in a bad light. He is fucking real life Lex Luthor.
Speaking
He's
of
gonna-
editing, Cam,
Who-
how did you feel editing that last episode?
What, the furry episode?
Yeah, it wasn't the
That wasn't
last
the last
episode.
one.
You guys had an E3 one after that.
Oh yeah.
So, like-
How did I feel editing the E3 episode or the furry one?
No, the furry episode. How'd you
The
feel
furry
editing in
episode.
all them furries?
I felt tired
Uh.
because I did it at like 2 a.m. after me, Dylan, and Jupiter had gone to Denny's. I was like, okay,
Oh
guys.
yeah.
I was
How
there
was
too.
that experience at
You
Denny's?
weren't.
Oh, is this a different Denny's time?
Yeah. This was a.
Oh.
That was
different
Nick's first experience at
My
Denny's.
bad.
I don't know. Nick.
It
Did you
was.
like Denny's?
Did he do the proper Denny's etiquette?
I've told you before. It's just IHOP. It's slightly different.
No, it's
Cameron,
not.
Okay,
did that
so,
also make you mad when he told
It's
you?
a more
Yeah,
chaotic
anyway, let's get back on
IHOP.
topic.
More chaotic
Okay.
IHOP. More chaotic IHOP.
All right.
How did we get to Denny's? What the fuck?
We started talking about
If I
Jeff
know.
Bezos, Lex Luthor.
And
Oh,
then
yeah,
furry
yeah.
episode, you editing it.
Okay.
All right, let's go back. Invincible.
So what y'all
I
think
like
about Amber? Let's
I
talk
like-
about
I-
that.
Okay, wait. This is going to be a whole thing. Hold on. Wait. So those of you who have seen The Boys, aside from Cameron, because we already know what you think.
Okay.
Why did you like one over the other? And which
What?
one? Invincible
Why?
or The Boys?
Not really like
Oh.
parallels or compare. Like
They're not, but
They're
they are
not.
being compared.
But like they're both comic book shows. That's the thing that holds them together. So what show would you prefer to watch?
Probably Invincible. If I'll be honest, I do like The Boys a lot, but it's just Invincible's just more of a fun time.
Yeah, I
Me.
agree. I was thinking about that. I was like, yeah, I feel
That's not what
feel
you said
better.
a couple of. That's not what you
No,
said.
But like, hang on. The
Wait,
Boys
so you
is
like The Boys
easily
more?
a better show. Invincible's just a more fun show. You
Oh.
feel like you watch The
Okay,
Boys.
no,
and you
I
just
get,
feel
I
like,
get.
oh, the world sucks, huh? Just so much fucking rape and violence.
Honestly,
And
I watched The Boys. I didn't feel anything like when I finished season 2. I
like you felt empty.
not even empty. I just like mostly just why did I watch that? I didn't even dislike it. Just I really don't know how to explain it. I was like, I feel like I wasted my time, honestly.
Wow.
But I
You did
didn't
not
even
like The
dislike
Boys.
it. Look, I don't know, man.
You said it was a waste of time. You didn't like it.
Kind of.
I'm not the biggest fan of Grimdark, which is how I perceived The Boys thus far.
Yeah.
It's honestly, I perceive The Boys as like it's just gratuity. It's gratuity to the nth degree. It's you didn't need to take it there, but you did. So I guess we're here now. Like,
And it wasn't worth it. At
I
least
mean,
to me.
was
At
it
least
worth
to
it?
me.
That was I think that might have been the
What did it
biggest
cost?
contradiction. That was the biggest contradiction I think I've ever said before. But
What?
I don't like Grimdark
Oh,
because I
wow.
fucking
Yeah, that is funny.
because
That
I
is fucking funny.
I love Warhammer 40k.
The fuck is
Yeah.
Dishonored to you then? Like what?
Doesn't Dark Souls qualify?
Yeah, I would count
Ah.
Dark Souls as that too. What the fuck? There's no happiness in Dark Souls. No one smiles.
There
That's
is.
not true. There's happiness.
That is. Yeah, that's false.
Every Dark Souls game has a waifu.
Yeah.
Sometimes she doesn't have eyes.
Oh,
Sometimes she doesn't have eyes. Sometimes she has big booba.
Sometimes she doesn't have a tongue.
Big booba.
Sometimes her name is Shanalot and she wears green and she speaks with a slightly Irish accent.
Speaking of Big Booba, what y'all think
That's
about
one of the
Amber?
best ones. Oh
What'd you
right,
think
what are we gonna?
About what?
Amber from Invincible.
Oh,
Not so
I like
big, Booba.
I was so tuned out in those scenes.
Really?
yeah. Gage has
Damn.
already expressed their dislike.
I explained earlier. Nothing drew me to be interested in these characters. The only time my brain started comprehending what was happening in the show is when I see people punching the shit out of each other.
How did you finish?
Um,
How did you make it through the show?
I don't know. Strength of will. Strength of will.
That's
Good for
funny.
you, Gage. Good for you.
Most-
Anyways, let's talk to the people that actually did take it.
Yeah. Contrary to Gage, I was probably the most tuned in for those scenes. I think I tuned in the most during the action scenes. I tuned out the most after in the action scenes. You know.
Oh, I was tuned in for the whole thing, whole time, full wire. You know.
Fair enough. I'm a person who like is really into like character interactions and like
Teen melodrama.
yeah, I'm into the melodrama shit. You
But
know
that's
what
the
I'm saying?
thing, Cameron. I'm not that big into action. This really got me hyped though.
Fair enough. I can't see it. I just think there's so like I don't know. I'm not gonna I'm not
Listen, I'm
not
in
gonna
for
burst
the
your
over
bubble.
the top blood. I think that's super fun.
Fair enough, dude. I just
Over
like
the top
if you like this,
blood,
I
like the over the top, like I'm doing this for you, Mark. The whole it's just great. Loved it.
I wasn't really super invested in either the story or the action, but mostly just Mark's character growth.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah.
I didn't appreciate him getting beat up the whole time. I
I
think
really
that was
didn't.
kinda-
He should have won more fights.
No,
Like-
that's the greatest part of the show right there.
No, because like
It
no,
was
like,
funny, but
at the end it was like, oh my god, Mark's the only person who has any hope of beating Omni-Man. I'm like, Mark's been losing this whole time. Why do you have any faith in him? He's been getting his ass beat this
Also,
whole
like-
If anything, the
The
only
reason
person
why
who
is because
stands the
he's the
greatest
one who was
chance.
able to actually fight Omni-Man and survive by the end.
The only
Only
person
thing-
who has the greatest chance of beating Omni-Man is obviously Battle Beast.
No, it's obviously
Nobody's
his
gonna
mom.
get Battle Beast on their side.
like if we're really looking at it, Mark only needed to get his ass beat like 2 or 3 times in the entire show. Like,
He's only been in like 2 or 3 fights.
This
no, he got
this,
his ass beat in every episode.
in the comics, like Mark usually wins, like is the thing. Because like in the comics the whole point of Mark, the whole concept of Mark is like he's a comic book fan. So as soon as he got powers, he was like, I know exactly what to do. Cool, I
Oh,
got
so it's
this.
like My Hero?
Pretty much. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But this came out first. So I guess my
They
hero.
didn't want everyone to assume that it's like My Hero.
Yeah. So yeah, like it was he's like, yeah, I got this, and he just like wins all the time. Like the first time Mark loses is to his dad, and honestly, I think that would have been a way better story to tell. That would have hit harder. Like, damn,
don't
his
know.
first big defeat, and it was his fucking dad betraying him.
I don't know.
But then it was just like add that to the ass whooping quota, I guess. All right, cool. Where we
Yeah.
at? 15,000? Okay. He's still alive though, right? All right, cool. So we
Point
still got a
is,
show.
the
See you
point
next
is,
season.
no matter how much he gets the absolute piss beaten out of him,
Dog shit.
he's invincible.
The thing about it is, like, I get that he's a comic book
Yeah.
fan. They definitely should have incorporated that more into this show.
We see
But-
him reading comics on the toilet.
He only
Once.
talks about Seance Dog. What
But,
the
like,
fuck is Seance Dog?
I
What does
don't
that
know.
mean?
The thing about it is, I really appreciated how he didn't win every fight. I don't know. I don't feel like that would have been as interesting as you're explaining it to me.
That's fine, but why did he have to lose literally every fight? He didn't win at all.
He didn't win. I can't name a single time he won.
He didn't even win on Mars.
He didn't win on Mars because the Thing still won. Like Mars got taken over.
Listen, he's
Yeah.
a kid who's never really fought anyone before. Even when he was, even when he was going up against the bully,
He didn't
his
even beat up
whole
the bully.
idea
He
was
just
him
got
just
beat up.
standing. His whole
Even,
idea was
like,
literally just,
That's
hey, I'm
all
gonna
right.
stand here
That's
until you go
fine,
away.
I guess.
The guy just doesn't fight. And the fact is, he doesn't have many chances to practice because every time he gets into a fight, he gets in way over his head. Just because he's invincible doesn't mean that he has fighting skills. He has potential, but like
Okay,
never
but yeah,
really
I
class at the YMCA.
I think it might have been a little more compelling, like if he did, like just use that super strength and bullshit, like to win a few fights, build up his ego, right? He's like, oh man,
Listen,
I'm on
he
top of the
has super
fucking world,
strength, but he also needs
and like
to
his
know how
dad
to punch.
kicks the
His
shit out
own
of him.
dad told him that. He's all like, "Listen, you can punch, but you're not doing it right." And it's like, "Oh, let me practice with you, Dad." And then he punches his dad.
Yeah, and that was a good moment, but still,
yeah,
He
man,
got
his
his
I'm
ass
just
beat
saying,
his
what
ass.
y'all are really saying he should have been winning, but I don't think anything proves that he should have. This guy may have super strength, he just doesn't know how to
Because-
use it
because
he
it
doesn't know how to
made-
he
fight.
was being trained in
It-
like episode
He
1
should have
though.
won. He should have
He was being
won.
trained how to fly and then sometimes punch, but he doesn't know how to fight.
He
only
should have
knows how
won
to throw
because
a
at
punch
the end
sometimes.
when he lost, it didn't mean anything. It was like, okay, he's been losing this whole time.
That
Like
is
it
true.
didn't hit at all.
I mean, it still meant something to me,
It
at
was-
least. Just
This is
It
probably
did
not
mean
as much
something
as
to
it
me.
would have.
this is supposed to be a character defining loss for Mark as a person. It's supposed to be like, shit, dude, this is horrible. My entire life has changed. But instead it's just he lost another fight and his dad's gone. Basically it's the same
Well-
show. It's just his dad went out to get cigarettes and never came back. Pretty much.
No, I'm
I don't
gonna
know. I
have
think
to
it's a little
disagree with
different
you
from that.
hard. I'm gonna have to hard disagree with you there. I think there was way more to that scene than just, okay, I kicked your ass, bye, Mark. I think it was more him having the shattering moment of, man, this guy was not good, and he's my dad, and I
Wait,
was
my
glad
dad's
that he could
a
be a
Nazi?
superhero,
My dad's
and
a
now I
Nazi.
don't even want to be a superhero, and this is my life now.
I wonder how many Argentinian children have asked themselves that.
What, my dad's a Nazi?
Right.
Heinrich, what did you do in the 1940s?
You know, doctor stuff.
It's doctored.
You know, I worked with twins.
All right. We
Anyway,
can
the
talk about
Omni-Man
Ember
fight
now,
just
right?
didn't. It is Nick. What'd you think about the Omni-Man fight, or just Invincible
yeah.
losing?
You've been quiet.
Yeah.
I will agree though. By the end, it was very just fucking gratuitous. I will agree with the train, like
Are we using that word too much?
gratuitous.
Well, I mean, why?
Yeah.
Why?
I've
What
never
else would
once
we
heard
use?
Nick say
I
It
don't know.
works. It
Like,
works
It describes it.
fairly well,
Does the thing.
and so like,
Spearhead.
and that I will agree
Yeah.
with, because just by the end, by the train, it was just like, all right, well, cool.
I like the train. Y'all might not have liked the train. I like the train. I felt that was less for. I think that was less. Hey, this is shock value. Look at how many people he's killing. This was more him trying to show him like, hey, these deaths are meaningless. Watch, you're gonna go through it a million times. I'm gonna make you numb to this by the end of it. It's essentially the
He
father
already
acting.
did that, though. Is my
No,
thing.
he
He already
didn't,
did.
Okay, but
Yes,
like-
he
that was by
did.
accident.
He
This
did that
was
with the
forceful.
pilots on the plane. All right, the pilots in the fighter jets. He did that with the building. He did
Yeah.
that the city
All right,
street.
but
He
Cameron,
didn't need to
that
do that with the
time,
train.
Omni-Man straight up used Mark's body as a weapon, meaning like Mark
So
in a way
what?
just killed those people.
So what does that say? What does that prove? Like,
Cameron,
what
this
is that for?
Cameron, this is essentially like the dad version, like the Viltrumite version of, hey, I caught you smoking a cigarette. Here, smoke a whole pack. You know, he's trying to get him numb to it. He's trying to get him over it. Like, yo, get over it.
That just
Get
gets you
over
addicted.
yourself. Just recognize that humans are
No,
the
dude, that
inferior
sucks.
species, you fucking coward.
Just
I'm
kill.
sorry. I'm sorry.
kill
That
everyone.
train scene just sucks.
I like the
I'm-
train scene a whole
I'm
heck
still
of a
into the
lot.
train scene.
I thought that was a sick
I
fucking
mean,
moment.
we all know.
I mean, it wasn't.
It just felt like we need to show more blood. We haven't hit the blood budget yet. Let's go.
And you know what?
Like, I can't.
I'm
agree.
glad that they hit that blood budget. I wanted all the blood. I wanted
I
that
mean-
whole thing to be soaked. That whole entry, that whole opening credit.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
we
pretty
all-
fucking loved that scene.
I think
Yo,
we all know.
that got old.
I think we all know my favorite scene and why.
The furry.
Battle Beast, my beloved.
Okay.
Okay, so the furry.
All right. So the furry.
So we were going to
Alright.
talk about Amber, right?
Yeah, we were gonna
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about Amber.
But-
Okay, Ezekiel, how do you feel about Amber?
Let's talk about Battle Beast
Okay.
some more. There hasn't been enough Battle Beast
Shut the
representation.
fuck up.
I
He was
really
in
don't
one
care.
scene.
You can make a Battle Beast fan cam on your own time. Ezekiel, how do you feel
Ooh.
about Amber?
She yelled at Mark. I wasn't a fan of that.
So did Omni Man.
Okay, but like that's his dad. That just happens, you know.
Jesus Christ.
Ezekiel, has your dad used you to kill people before?
I might have repressed it.
So Amber.
All right.
So
Yeah.
Amber.
How about we keep talking about actually Amber? Maybe.
Me,
Have a
Nick, and
conversation
Ezekiel
about
had a
this.
big talk
So
about
she
I'm
this.
yelled at
sorry for
Mark,
going
and that's
along
your
with the
issue?
bit. All right.
So she yelled at Mark, and that's your entire issue with the character.
No, that was just a quick summary.
Okay.
No,
Go
I
on.
think she had valid reasons to be angry at Mark,
Said
but
invalid
also
reasons.
no valid,
Okay.
but also like I think she blew up at him just like too hard.
Mm.
I don't know. if
Mostly
she
when he
blew
did
up at
reveal
him.
his identity.
I don't feel she was blowing up at him like y'all are saying. I think it was just like, hey, it's kind of over. Boom.
I
get out of
mean,
his face.
from what I gathered, right, her whole thing was like she just wanted him to, I guess, be a normal, just boyfriend or something, but he's not, and he wants to fill that higher purpose of being a superhero, and she's like, "Oh, that's selfish of you."
What?
Right on. So here's why Amber's a bitch. So,
Oh.
so
I
here's
mean,
why
like,
Amber fucking
that's
sucks.
the story that I picked up. That's
All
the
right,
story. I'm not.
full defense mode
I'm
over
not.
here.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not trying to say that I hate or love Amber. I'm just saying that is the story that I picked up.
I
I'm
hold
no
nothing but
Amber
hate.
simp, but I'm gonna defend her to my bitter end. Go
Actually,
on,
no,
call her a
I
bitch if
can't
you
say
want.
it.
I feel she
Okay,
wasn't
bitch.
being a
She's a
bitch.
bitch. She's a bitch.
She's not. She's not.
She's a bitch.
She's not.
All right. So
Keep
like,
going.
Let Cameron give his reasoning here. Let Cameron speak.
okay. So
It would be the same goddamn
in
reason.
what the show presented to me,
Oh,
Amber knew,
I know
or
what
at
you're
least
about to say.
had
Oh my god.
suspicions that Mark was a superhero. Okay.
For
All
2
right.
weeks, yes.
Okay. Fine. Whatever. Right.
Uh-huh.
So you're telling me that you had suspicions like, okay, he's probably a superhero. All right. He just keeps disappearing and disappearing and disappearing and disappearing and disappearing
Uh-huh.
and disappearing and disappearing, right? Why what kind of dumbass logic is it that I'm not mad that you kept disappearing? I'm mad that you didn't trust me enough to tell you. Bitch, you live in a world with superheroes. Are you telling me that there has been no case of a supervillain finding out somebody's secret identity and then going to that person and killing their loved ones? Or is that what you're trying to tell me? Like nobody's family has ever gotten killed in the history of superheroing. Really?
Bro,
Really, bitch?
fuck
Do
you
you really not get
thinking
that?
I owe you something
Like,
so fucking top secret.
oh, how fucking dumb. How fucking stupid.
All
How
right, now how
fucking
about this? How about
bitchy could
this?
No, I'm not done. I'm not done. Hang on.
No, okay, fine. You finish your goddamn
Let
whole little
Cameron finish his
boo-hoo.
rant. This
How
pleases
Finish your
me.
fucking
boo-hoo fest
stupid.
over there, and then I'll give you reasons why it's still not fair.
How fucking self-absorbed could you be that like
Okay.
I am owed not only one an explanation, but two, I'm owed this super private part of your life. You bitch. You bitch. And
Okay.
not only that, as soon as you tell me, I'm going to reject you again. Because I didn't really want to know. Truth be told, I didn't really care. Because I'm a bitch. I'm
Okay.
Amber.
Are you done?
Yes. She's a
Okay.
bitch. Okay, now I'm done.
So you're in a normal relationship with somebody who you think is completely human. Turns out this person has been flaking on you, and you are a person of high principles because she seems sort of like the whole feminist type, like sort of, I'm not gonna put up with no bullshit.
I immediately think the person's a superhero.
I don't know why you would immediately think that.
Because I
when
live
there
in a
are
world
many
with
other
superheroes
reasons.
and somebody flakes. And I trust people. Like a normal person would.
Wonderful. Good for you, Cameron. But let's say for the sake of the argument, you don't. You
Okay.
don't believe they're a superhero. You're just
Fair
going
enough.
6 months.
Fair
6
enough.
months of giving them excuses as they're like giving you half-assed answers. It's like, okay, fine, I guess I'll just keep pushing through this. They're twiddling away. They miss things that you think are very important to you, and it seems more crushing to you on the relationship than anything else.
Mhm.
Dinner with their parents, missing. Leaving halfway through the date. Leaving them for an hour on the first date. She's given him many chances to what she thinks is a regular boy. No explanation whatsoever. She is just standing there saying, okay, whatever. People got their issues. This goes on for 6 months. Already,
Okay.
that seems a little too. Already, it seems like she's a little too thin on the branch there. And then and then he comes out saying, "I'm actually a superhero. Surprise! Here's the answer you've been waiting for." And it's like that doesn't make up for the fact that she still felt he was ignoring her for 6 months. Like, sure, she might have pieced it together maybe 2 weeks ago, but she's a high school girl. Leave her the fuck alone with this sort of accusation that she feels she needs the gall, that she feels she has the gall to want a normal relationship in high school. She didn't ask for this. He's the one being irresponsible by getting into a relationship that he can't
I have a
even
point to
keep
make
up
after
with.
this.
All the memes that I've seen, I'm gonna make this really quick. All the memes that I've seen are people saying like, "Why would he go for Amber when Eve is right there?"
Well,
That's
Eve,
clearly what they're going
With
first
for.
of
Eve,
all,
everyone
yeah,
already fucking
number
knows.
one, Eve, like they're gonna end up together. That's just duh.
I don't
But
know how much I'm into that, but I don't really care. It's whatever. My
I
point
like
being,
Eve.
she's
I'm fine with it.
Fun character.
I don't really care. She seems cool, but like I don't really care.
Do you care about
Alright.
Amber?
I like her as a person. I don't care if she gets in a relationship with Mark. I don't care about the relationship part, really.
Fair.
That's the
enough.
part I was most invested in.
I'm invested in it from like a viewing point, not so much a ooh, who's he gonna get with? You know? The drama of it
Fair
all is
enough.
very
So-
enticing. But my point being, she has given him many chances to what she thinks is just a normal person flaking constantly. Then he comes out with the actual reason. It's like, she already thought like he just ran off. She's irritated. She's dealt with too much bullshit, and then he comes out with, "Oh, I'm a superhero." That's adding a whole layer to this new like mound of like problems that he has been causing.
It's
And
an
it's like, oh man,
explanation.
this relationship has already been strained enough, and now you're going to tell me you've been lying to me? I mean, I get that you had to, but for God's sake, you're acting like this suddenly makes up for it all. I don't
Well,
know if I want
don't
this commitment
blame
now.
me for thinking you're entitled if you hit me with that.
I'm just saying, she has every right to say like, nah, I don't want this commitment with a superhero.
Okay,
It's
she
a
did not say that. She
superhero.
didn't say anything like that in the show.
Yeah, no, she
No, but
didn't
you
say
can-
that.
I don't care if you say she implied it.
The
She didn't say it,
explanation
which
that
means it
she
didn't happen.
gave, the explanation that she gave was you didn't trust me enough to tell me.
She also said you lied to me.
Which bitch how? Bitch what?
Alright. Okay.
For a
So she
person-
knew for
Alright.
2 weeks,
So y'all
right?
are just saying like, okay, she should have just been accepting and trusting of this new information instead of just cutting things off.
No, she was free to break up with him, but she didn't.
She broke, to quote his friend, she broke up with him weeks ago. He just didn't realize it. Mark has
What
been-
does that even mean?
What do you
That
mean?
she
What
can
does
say
that
that
mean?
she can say that. Then if she like was already done weeks ago, she could have said that instead of leading him to believe that they were still like everything was all like hunky dory.
Stop giving me some bass backwards fucking hints.
I'm
Alright?
sorry.
Just tell me.
I'm sorry
Fucking
that
tell me.
Mark.
Why can't you use your fucking words like a person? Like I don't like. Why can't you?
I
Okay,
kind of see the
Cameron,
both
glad
points
you-
here.
So you were so
I see
well
both sides.
adjusted in high school. Good
One
for you,
is
Cameron.
far more in the right to me.
It's not even
Can
about
I-
being well adjusted.
Can I ask you all, were you this well adjusted in high school that you could have just fully accepted that they're a superhero?
It's not about being well adjusted. This is preschool shit.
If
you
superheroes
don't like
existed, then
something,
probably.
you say you don't like it. Like if I give you a plate
Man,
of food,
I wish people were just as, easy as you so describe it to be, Cameron. Man, this whole
no,
we're
that's
world
dumb.
peace at this point.
That's dumb.
You know
If
what?
you don't,
I don't like this war. Yeah, let's just say that. Go ahead, Cameron.
this isn't
People
war.
are
It's
so easy,
it's a
aren't they?
relationship between two people.
Yeah. And they want to be in a relationship because they're dumbass high school kids.
That are able to use words and communicate. Look, man.
I'm
Look,
sorry that they're
look.
not able to communicate because Mark's off just constantly.
Because
But-
he's a
Ripping.
superhero.
Yeah! But that doesn't necessarily constitute a reason to stay in a relationship with them.
Okay,
I'm not
I would say
saying
here
it
on
does,
like
but for the reasons that Amber stated, yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Like, I understand, like, Amber is obviously very betrayed by the fact that, she feels as if she wasn't trusted. She feels as if she's being neglected. I understand she's very hurt and she blows up about it. But at the
I mean,
same
only
time,
for the world, though. But it's whatever.
at the same time,
Okay.
I also understand, like, if you
You
are
didn't do a good job at that, but
if
good.
you are a new superhero, right?
Uh-huh.
You want to conceal your identity, right?
Uh-huh.
And you also want to establish yourself as a superhero. And how do you do that? You have to go out and you have to keep doing superhero things. That means sacrificing your personal life, your life as your
But he didn't.
non-superhero identity.
But he didn't. You realize that he tried to have
I
a
will say on
certain
like
too.
on one hand, like I do understand like he was actually just stringing her along with excuses time after time
Even
again,
he
which is
was all
still
like, yo, I didn't tell you to do that. He said, like,
Even
you told
this-
me to keep my identity a secret. It's like, you weren't supposed to string her along for 6 months. You were
I will
supposed to
agree
be
with that,
serious
like-
and be honest, or you were supposed to just drop it. You
'Cause,
can't
yeah,
have your cake
that's-
and eat it too.
like you have to either like straight up be like if you can feel you can be honest with that person, then tell them. But if you feel like you can't, then that's a serious
there were
problem
many
within your
moments where
relationship.
And there were many moments where he just chickened the fuck out. Like, he was about to tell her, like,
I'll be
twice.
honest. I think most of that was Cecil's fault. I think he was kind of a fucking asshole.
This is true. This is true.
mean,
Cecil
yeah,
was
you're
a
well
dick about
aware
it.
of what this
He was
kid
a
did.
Cecil's
dick
an
about it.
asshole, but I think he was actually my favorite.
Like
I
literally
kinda-
anyone else could have done what Mark is
I
doing.
think the explanation you're looking for, Jennifer, as to Mark's actions comes in the point you made earlier, and that they are dumb high school kids.
Exactly, which is why I'm not mad at Mark, and I'm not mad
Right.
at Amber for her reaction.
I'm
I
mad
I
think
am
it
mad
was a
at
very
Amber. I'm about to
reasonable
I'm mad at
reaction
Amber.
on both parts.
This
They're
bitch was
dumb
just
high
asking
school
for the
kids.
truth.
The
This bitch
fact
was
that
asking
Hold
for
people
the
are
truth
calling
for
her a
6
bitch for not
episodes.
just
Wait.
And then
the
you
fact that
get it.
people are calling her a bitch for not getting on her knees and sucking his dick right there is bullshit.
It's not
She
even that.
didn't need to do that. Just
That's not
don't
even that.
throw more bullshit excuses as to why you're mad.
Like this bitch was asking for the truth for 6 episodes. She finally gets it and is like, I don't
Yeah, no,
care.
fuck you.
I
I
don't
hate
care.
you.
Fuck you. I hate you.
No,
Like,
because
Well,
get
I
outta
think
here,
that
bro.
the
the
reason
truth.
she's upset
And
at
then
getting
like
the
give
truth
up, and then somebody finally tells you the truth.
the,
It's like,
the
no, I
reason
didn't want
the
it anymore.
reason she's upset for finally getting the truth is it came too late.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted it sooner, and it came later than she wanted it. That's why she's upset.
Well,
And that's
bitch,
a perfectly
I'm
reasonable.
sorry. Like you was saving the world. Like I don't know what you want.
Kameron, for somebody who just said how he didn't actually do shit, you're really getting mad that she was mad that he. You're
I'm
really
saying
getting
he
mad.
lost. I'm saying he lost every fight. Yes, but he was literally
He
trying
didn't
to
save
save
the world. He didn't
Literally
save
trying
the
his
world.
best, right?
He
Not
was
a
trying his
single
best.
time.
What? Okay. Seth Rogen's ass in space might have blown up the planet, for all we know.
No,
Okay.
he wouldn't.
Maybe you
All
don't
right,
know.
oh, wait, I have a new point.
What?
I have a new point.
He gave him. He gave
So
him a timeout.
she had her suspicions for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And at the university campus, she thought he left during that fight.
No, bitch, bitch move, bitch move. You suck.
She
That was
sees Invincible
bullshit.
show up. She's like, "Oh, wow, okay." Mark, you left. Whenever he shows back up, she yells at him.
Hold on.
Bro.
No. Hold on.
No,
I'm not
no.
done. I am not done. I am not done.
Ooh,
Okay.
Zeke, I'm on your side right now. I'm in your corner.
All right. You know
Talk
what?
your shit.
Fine.
Talk your shit.
Maybe he ran off. Whatever. But that is the day before he reveals he's invincible. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That is the day before.
Bullshit.
She's not like, oh man.
She's such a bitch.
Jesus Christ.
She's not at least
What
like,
is
oh
the
man, I'm sorry
reasoning
for
there?
that. At least.
You know he's
No,
invincible at
because
that
they
point.
were
so he
breaking
didn't.
up. Imagine having someone break up with you and then saying, "Oh, by the way, remember yesterday how I got you mixed up? Well, sorry. Bye, anyways. Get the fuck out of my house."
No, bitch, you
That's not the
apologize.
time
He
to
didn't
bring up
run
the
away.
stories and
No,
the
she makes him
excuses.
like she knows that he did that purposely to help them out, and she
No,
still
at
makes
that
him
point,
feel like
she's
He
shit.
fucking
pieces that
psychotic.
together then. but she doesn't feel the need to say sorry because it doesn't
At that point,
matter
she's just
in the
out there
grand
trying to
scheme of
manipulate
their
our
actual
boy
conversation.
intentionally.
I don't think the sorry was well needed as much as the we're breaking up speech.
Okay,
See,
Jennifer.
this is
Jennifer,
why I was never invested in these characters.
Jennifer. Yes
Okay.
or no? Was the straw that broke the camel's back the leaving at the college? Because the answer is yes.
Maybe for the second time.
I mean, immediately following, they had a big like she was straight up refusing to talk to him. They had a fight about it, and like for after immediately following that happening, and she made him feel like shit for doing that, despite
I'll
her
be
full
honest,
well
I'm
knowing
with
she
you
did that to save their lives.
I'm with
Like,
you on almost any other argument you could throw me, but this, no.
You want her to say sorry while she's breaking up with Mark?
No,
Not
I
even
just wanted
that.
more than what
Absolutely.
Mark
He's
got.
owed an apology, bro. Like you
Oh my
were a
goodness.
bitch. You claimed he ran away, but he didn't. You were just wrong. Just admit you were wrong. At that
And
point,
she
You
knew
were
he didn't.
incorrect.
Oh
You
She
my
straight
broke
up
up with
knew.
him over that.
She straight up knew he didn't run
He
away,
put it
and still made him
together when
feel like
he
shit.
came out as Invincible. Yeah, so
And this is all
in this,
like considering
hang
she
on,
somehow didn't figure out, oh, he's
hang on.
just invincible.
In all of this,
yes,
all of
because it's
this,
a world of superheroes. What are you not grasping, Ezekiel?
all
Of
of
course,
this.
it could have been literally anyone.
Okay, but why did Invincible follow them from like whatever city he
Not
was?
following them. It could have been someone just on campus who happened to be a superhero. It's a
Like,
world
oh,
of
Mark might be a
superheroes.
superhero. Oh, Invincible's here.
You know
Dots.
what's
Listen,
even
you can think
more
that half the
easier?
people in the fucking school are superheroes. That doesn't change anything.
If I'm living in a world of superheroes, I'm assuming every person I meet is one.
Good for you, Cameron. But does that mean every superhero in front of you you're going to think is me or Gage or Ezekiel?
Does it look like you with a sock on? Because probably.
I don't know. There's a lot of people with brown hair.
Actually, when I turn into a superhero, I have a Sailor Moon-esque transformation.
Right in front of everyone. Everyone
Okay,
knows
then I'll
who
definitely
you are,
know
and then
it's
you
you.
transform, and
Because
that's who
you
you
don't.
are.
Because Sailor Moon doesn't wear a mask, so I know it's you.
No,
No.
Cameron,
But that's the
well,
thing. You
you
can't
wouldn't
tell.
know,
You still
because
can't
nobody
tell.
recognizes
Oh,
Sailor
okay.
Moon.
Gage
Oh, so
just
you're a
turns
Power
into
Ranger.
Nick would totally be a
Why wear
Power
the
Ranger.
mask?
Oh, why am I a Power Ranger? I'm not saying I have a problem with that. I just want to know the logic behind that. Yeah,
I don't know,
okay, yeah.
mask, power of heart.
Back to Amber for a second. All of this, like she does all of this just to see him get his ass beat on TV and just run back to him. Like,
God,
bro,
Because she still
that
likes him.
that infuriated.
No.
Nah, bitch,
Because
you don't
she
deserve
still
me.
likes
You don't
No.
deserve
him.
me anymore.
No.
What are
Hell
y'all
no.
not
You
getting
threw it
about
away.
relationships?
You know, she
He has
broke
a
up
right.
with him. It's the thing. You ended things. He tried to get back. She said no.
But the thing, okay, but here's the thing: she still gets back to full well knowing that he's still a superhero, and that the problems in the relationship could full well be continuing
Yeah.
despite all
Now
that.
that it's all aired out, she's thinking about it, and she's
No,
like,
it's not
I
all aired
feel-
out.
You're still a bitch. So,
No,
like,
she had the last thing that happened before this was her having that argument with him, and then him flying away, and then he gets his ass beat, and then
the
she.
show literally
That
ends
happened
with him
the
running
same
away.
day.
She likes him. What are you not getting about this?
He wakes up from a coma, and she's like, "Oh, Mark, I'm sorry."
She's not saying, "Oh, Mark, I'm sorry."
No,
She's
she-
saying,
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah, she
still
didn't even
like you and I
apologize.
miss
Sorry.
She didn't
you,
even
dumbass.
apologize. She didn't even
Jesus
apologize.
Christ. Y'all are looking at this so fucking bitter.
I just
What?
So
I'm just
goddamn
still
bitter.
saying, like,
It's like
she
you
knows
can't
that full
even see
well
a
that
gray in these
the
situations.
issues she broke up with him for could very easily and might even probably still continue, and like, so why even at that point?
like,
Because
why are you?
What do you
the
mean?
issues-
Why even?
the issues
They're
that made you
young high
unhappy
school kids.
could
Like,
still.
High school
you're
kids break up and then get back together in toxic relationships all the time. She cares about
I'm
him.
gonna be
She
honest with you.
remembers
I'm
the
gonna
good
be
times
honest
and
with
she
you.
runs back to them and she's all like, Mark, I'm just so glad you're okay. Like, what the fuck? Y'all are so fucking bitter and
I'm
angry.
gonna be honest with you.
kisses him
I'm
before
only
he says anything.
Smelling like, ooh, bitter fruit. Sour grapes.
She's just a bitch, bro. Like I don't know what you want.
I don't get why you think
How
she's
are
such
we
a
bitter for
hard
this? How are we
bitch.
bitter for having
She's
this
really
opinion?
not. I've seen bitches on television. I've seen bitches in movies. Trust me when I say this. Amber is kind of understandable when I look at it from both lenses. The fact that you're just staring down, like, on Mark's side, like, oh, I like my boy Mark. You hurt my boy Mark. We're gonna get you later. It's like, shut the fuck up.
I'm not,
It's like shut the fuck. No.
no, that's
No.
not at all.
Shit.
Not at all what this is. No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Y'all
Oh,
are just on
yes,
Mark's
really.
side.
But Cameron just has pure hate for Amber.
Look, because like the more you think about Amber's thought process, the more you're just like you're fucking psychotic and horrible, and I hate you.
That's not psychotic.
It
No,
is
she's psychotic for the university thing.
for
That's
the
it.
university
Just
thing
period.
forward. You're just insane. Like you're crazy.
What
You're
are you
ridiculous and
fucking
you're crazy.
talking about?
You bitch, okay, you know I'm a superhero. You know I'm I'm
She-
invincible, and you still yell at me for
Having
running
your
away, even though
suspicions for
you
2
know
weeks before that,
She doesn't know he's
Invincible
invincible.
suddenly
you
shows up,
practically
kind of
watched
looking
him
like
go
Mark.
change into his superhero costume.
She did not.
Okay, so like 0.1 seconds ago, you saw Mark standing there, but now Mark is gone and Invincible's here. What did like? I'm sorry, are you dumb? Like,
Oh, I'm so
what?
sorry. It's not like she's in a traumatic situation in
And you
which
still
she's just
berate him
trying
when
to
he comes
protect the
back.
people around her.
Suddenly, Invincible being gone, by the way.
I'm sorry that you can't look into this from a different fucking lens than the one outside the TV screen.
You're
But,
right,
like-
Jennifer. I'm only capable of using logic. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh, yeah,
sorry.
okay.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No,
that
I'm
you're
only
not even trying to
comprehending.
think about what
I'm
the
burdened
character's
with
going
common
through.
sense.
You're just looking
You're
right.
from the perspective of somebody watching the show.
I think I smell toast, guys.
I'm burdened with common sense. You're right, Jennifer. I'm sorry.
Guys.
Listen, I don't care how pretentious this fucking makes me sound. I'm
Like,
sick and tired
Pretentious.
of you coming out and acting like, oh man, why doesn't she see what I see? Because you're the fucking viewer, dumbass.
Okay, but I don't
No,
care if she
no,
couldn't have
I'm-
seen like as much as I saw. She still could have understood. She still could have gotten that. Yeah, he's
No,
invincible.
could've, but
even
she
in
didn't.
her shoe, she said she knew for 2 weeks, meaning that
How-
she knew at the
how
universe.
could you
He was
not know?
invincible. She said she guessed that he was already a superhero 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, a superhero. Invincible shows up right in front of you.
Oh my
Ugh.
fucking god! It's a world of superheroes.
Literally sitting down and thinking about it for 2 seconds would have been like, oh yeah, he's invincible. Like, dude, like, I don't- like Mark literally does like.
Jennifer, I really want to understand, but I also can't. I can't.
Literally, I just she's crazy. She's
See,
she's.
this is what happens when you become invested in these characters.
Shut up, Gage.
I think Gage raises the
If the furry had
first
some
point
kind of
here.
love triangle, you'd be invested.
Wait, if what?
If the furry had some kind of love triangle, you'd be
No.
invested.
No, I wouldn't.
Not a love
Because-
triangle.
because-
a hate triangle.
Because Battle Beast
I hate
does
triangles.
because Battle Beast does not care for love. He only cares to best all his opponents.
It's a beat 'em up triangle where he
It's
beats
a
up
beat 'em up
different
triangle,
people.
except Battle Beast rips your fucking face off,
He attacks the viewer.
and he
Hey, wait,
then
when did we
proce-
start?
He then
We
proceeds.
started-
To,
the bot entered an hour ago. So
he
we've been
then
going for, like,
proceeds to
almost-
Okay.
slam his fucking
Well,
mace through
I
your
don't wanna
spine
get
and rip
mad,
out your
but
gallbladder.
I want to just explain really quickly.
Okay.
Okay. How it's understandable why
Wrong.
she didn't put the 2 and 2 together during what was supposed to be a very traumatic and sort of like I'm not thinking about who the guy is under that mask, you know? She's saving people from a chaotic robot that has just broken into the university.
Look,
No. There's no looking here. Is that not what she's doing?
regardless, he
Okay,
berates him.
okay.
He reveals his
Is that
identity
not what she's
the
doing?
day after.
Okay.
Nothing.
Literally, yeah.
Nothing.
She wasn't giving out apologies. She was breaking up with him. Is that really what you wanted? Like, oh, by the way, sorry, Mark, about yesterday. Totally my bad.
Literally any
Anyways,
mention
I'm
of it.
breaking up with you.
Like, hey, I might
Like,
have been
here's how
mistaken
this-
about that.
There were bigger things at the moment. Mark wasn't
Were
even
there?
concerned about that moment.
Bigger thing. That was the biggest thing. That was why they broke
That
up.
was literally the crux of them breaking up. That was the you weren't there for me when I needed you the most.
You weren't there to
Literally-
save my life.
Literally was
Oh wait,
about
you
to
were.
die and you weren't there.
Sorry.
Okay,
Still,
bye.
No, still fuck you.
Yeah, no. Like that was literally it.
Could it be that after finding out that he's a superhero, there's
No,
actually
no
more...
other excuse. No,
Oh,
that was the reason you gave. That's
Bitch, I can
the
fly.
reason.
like
No other responsibilities comes with dating a superhero and finding
No,
out.
she didn't state any other reasons. That's it.
She's a
No.
dumbass teenager.
that was
Mark's
the
They
a
reason.
both
dumbass
are,
teenager.
but
Mark was
she's
somebody
the
who
dumber
let a
one.
girl on for 6 months when he knew fully well that he couldn't maintain a proper relationship.
He
Mark
probably
tried.
didn't know that until he was being
he
a
was trying
superhero.
his best.
Trying
He
his
was probably
best isn't
figuring that out
good.
as it was happening.
Yeah, he
Even
was
his
like,
own
man.
dad was saying you got to separate this, and he wasn't separating it well enough.
Okay, Omni Man, I'm not. Let's not take any advice he has to give for gospel.
I don't know. He had
It's not the move.
a banging relationship.
He called her a pet.
Later.
He called her a pet.
Later.
Like
that was later.
He thought it the whole
That
time.
was
though.
then. This is now.
He meant it the whole time.
He thought it the whole time though. Let's maybe not take their relationship as like goals. You know, maybe that's not the move.
I mean,
that is true. They shouldn't be goals. I'm just saying, even if Mark was trying his best, he didn't maintain a proper relationship or even one that was founded on trust, which is, needed for a relationship.
Trust? Yeah, let me just reveal I'm a superhero to you. No.
He meant to.
Don't be in a relationship. Like, I understand that. Like, if you don't feel you can trust that person
he didn't
that
understand that he wasn't ready at the time.
Doesn't
He
that
it's still his fault then?
Which he did.
But fucking reason though.
Look, I'm not saying Mark isn't dumb. Okay, I'm saying Amber is more dumb.
And a little insane.
And a little
She's not
bitch.
insane. The fact that y'all are just using insane for somebody who's kind of mad is honestly baffling.
She was being kind of insane. Just
she
a
was
little,
not
just
being
a
kind of
smidgen, just a smidgen of insanity is all.
This is almost insulting.
I don't think you understand the effect that type of gaslighting would have on a person. That she did at the campus. That was gaslighting.
That wasn't gaslighting because she didn't know.
Amber, I was there. No, you weren't. Like, what do you
mean?
No,
he didn't even say that. He said I was going to get security. It's like, well, we were trying to protect our friends here. Why'd you fucking run to security? Wouldn't you think that would be weird if your friend just kind of ran off to security while everyone's trying to protect each other?
I think if I already had suspicions that friend was a superhero, I would just kind of drop it.
Actually, in real life, that would make sense. You know?
It wouldn't though.
Because you went to get security? Good.
On the fucking scene, Ezekiel. What do you think? They're just waiting for somebody to grab them?
They're not
security
just everywhere at once.
Any person who would run off to get security in that moment, I would immediately think is hiding.
We didn't see security, so no, they weren't there.
Yeah, they hightailed it out of there because it's above their pay grade. You think they're gonna do shit? No, he ran off. To her, it sounded like he ran off to hide.
Mark, you weren't there when I needed you. Yes, you were. Yes, I was. Fuck.
He didn't, though. He didn't say that. In fact, he admitted to leaving the scene.
We're going in fucking circles.
We are.
Anyway.
Either we find a different topic, or I think we're getting close to time here anyway.
The time's been up.
Do we have any closing points?
I think we're like less than 10
minutes. We hit. I think we just hit an hour.
Well, that's
that's assuming we started recording at 11:50, which we
we started shortly after 11:50.
Yeah, no,
I know.
Yeah,
it was pretty soon after.
Yeah.
Well, so that's the show, ladies and germs.
Oh, we're ending there.
Hey guys, try not to.
Ending fucking hot and heavy, angry as hell.
Wait, audience in the content. In the comments, please don't be that mad.
Yeah, don't.
Also,
don't
it might be a little funny.
Amber.
Oh, by the way, There's a
Don't
lot
be
of
us.
people that think Amber's a bitch. So, like, anyone who wants to, like, send me death threats or hate comments, do it in my DMs on Twitter.
Please don't do that.
You're well.
Cameron, put it in the
That's what's up.
description, please.
That's what's up, Jennifer. Welcome to hate. That's what's up. Yeah, I'll put it in the description.
Feel free.
You know what? Every like is a fuck Amber, and every dislike is a
Hey,
real
hey.
Amber.
All
Yeah.
press is good press.
I'm just gonna
All press
make
is good
multiple
press.
accounts and just like it.
I'm gonna frame it on my walls.
But yeah, if that really is the end, you guys.
And
you guys
anyone
wanna
who
say
does
anything else?
appreciate my
Anyways.
opinions on Amber, please also send that to my DMs on
I think-
Twitter, please.
I think we should go. If anybody has anything else they want to say about Invincible.
I liked it.
I liked it too.
All right, cool. Let's give our scores out of 10 real quick.
7.
I give it 8 think marks out of 8.
Okay. Gage.
I give it like a 4.5.
Damn.
Better than expected.
Damn. All right, Nick.
I'd give it an 8.
I give it a cool 6.5 or a 7.
Damn. That's real middle ground.
Yeah, it was.
Well, like the animation is the main downfall.
Which I think they're going to fix in season 2 with this new budget.
I sure hope they do.
Also,
I did.
we didn't really talk about it, but some of the dialogue was a little clunky.
A bit.
Like some of that didn't sound like people speak, for being honest.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I was more whenever the dialogue was happening, I was just more like, damn, they got that person? Fuck. Like, God damn.
that too,
Oh,
yeah.
the voice acting was real nice.
It's like, holy shit, how'd they get Seth Rogen? What the fuck?
That's another thing,
Bro,
yeah.
Talking right now.
But did y'all appreciate the soundtrack? I liked it.
Of course.
Yeah, it
pretty
was
dope.
pretty good. It's pretty good. I have once again, like, I hate to do this, but I've heard better.
No, that's
Cameron.
fine.
I've heard better in comic book shows. So like,
No, I have too. It's just I still appreciate it. I liked it.
I wish it had an actual theme song instead of just the.
I don't
and then
care
the
about
blood
theme
splatter.
songs.
I
Where
care
there's
about
theme
songs.
songs, you need good theme openings, and I feel that I don't know what exactly they do that would fit the tone of the show.
Like, I don't know. I like theme openings in my comic book shows. I think.
Why are we hitting this all in like the last 5 minutes?
Listen, nobody's gonna top Teen Titans Go,
'Cause we-
Cameron. It's fine.
Like, no. The correct answer is nothing's gonna top Justice League. Like the silhouetted heroes, while the oh my god, it's
Teen
so
Titans Go by Puffy Amy Yumi isn't going to change.
All right, that's
still
that's
gonna
our
be
time
number
for
1.
today, guys.
yeah. But I think
Yeah.
I think that's it for tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So most
tired.
of us liked Invincible. I thought it was a pretty fun show.
Honestly, I thought Gage was going to give it a lower score. I was pleasantly surprised.
I didn't hate it. I enjoyed the fight scenes. The fight scenes were entertaining.
That's what's up.
Nice.
Like I mean, yeah, the violence was entertaining,
Like I
Right.
said, I'm looking forward to season 2.
and also
Anyways.
battle. You know, and also my beloved.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, that's the show, everybody. Thank you so much for
Alright.
tuning in.
Yep. Make sure
Yeah.
to like and subscribe and all that shit.
Oh, yeah, we're on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ring that bell button for more notifications.
Please
do that.
don't do this.
I
Stop
mean,
this.
look, do it if you want, but like, we want to do more stuff, but scheduling.
We are going to put more stuff on this channel, so you keep a lookout.
Yeah, so really do keep a lookout. I'm probably gonna have this episode up Saturday, and that will probably be the podcast day. I will have new podcast episodes up Saturday. Hopefully, next episode, if you guys are cool with it, I really do want to talk about Loki.
Yeah.
Oh, Cameron, I can
Wait,
finally start
when does
that
it
now.
end? Is that
Next week.
next week?
That's
Oh,
why.
okay.
Might
thought
I
there was
make
one
a
after.
might I make a special
No, it's
request
6.
and cash in
Gotcha.
might I make a special request and cash in a ticket so that I may be guaranteed a spot on that podcast?
Oh, for sure, absolutely.
Because I really want to talk about Loki too.
Yeah, no. So next week, guys, we're gonna talk about Loki. We're probably gonna go just as long, if not even longer, about that. So make sure to tune in for all that MCU Loki goodness.
Probably gonna have way more in-depth thoughts.
Ooey gooey Loki. All
I'm
up
actually,
in, all up in your ear holes.
even though I have my own personal thoughts about Loki, I have actually paid attention to it.
I'm going to assume you've already like cut the podcast by this point. I'm
keeping this in.
I'm about to make the bot leave. Cameron.
Look, hang on. So yeah, make sure to like, subscribe next week, Loki guys, and thanks for watching. Bye. Cool, and that's it.
Bye.
See you.